we're here with Central Washington, victorious this evening in the NCAA Division II West Regional Quarterfinal, 110-90 over Cal State Dominguez Hills. With us is head coach Brandon Rinta, Sambaed, Hector, and McNeil. And Coach, if you just start off with a few comments about tonight's performance for your team.
Yeah, I think Dominguez Hills, credit to them, they had a wonderful season. That's a good team, and with the game of basketball, especially in the playoffs, what I have seen and found and believe is whoever shoots the three better, the percentages are in their favor. And tonight, our guys, we were on fire in the first half. 14 for 20. Sometimes that happens in the game of basketball, where the ball is moving, a couple guys knock shots down, and then it just becomes infectious. And that was fun to watch in the first half. You know at this point, everybody is fighting for their lives and their seasons, and the second half, we knew that they were going to fight and claw, and that's exactly what they did. They made some runs, and I'm just thankful that we were able to continue to answer those enough to come out on top.
Cameron, what was the feeling like for the players to have a first half like that?
It was just ecstatic. You know, for a lot of guys, it's our first time being in the NCAA tournament, and to be able to come out and start off our performance like that, it just felt great, you know.
Sambaed, how long did the second half seem to take?
I knew once they started to pressure us, and I see we shot 34 free throws in the second half. It was taking them about a whole game. But I'm just proud of our guys for knocking down our free throws and continue to be strong with the ball and take care of the ball and find open guys and slow the game down in our favor.
And Coach, they did make a pretty good run in the second half. How proud were you of your guys and the way that they handled that?
Different moments I was proud, different moments I was scared, okay? But they just, they turned us over sometimes, and we had some kind of uncharacteristic turnovers there. When we were able to get to the point where we needed to make plays at the end of the clock, though, our guys did a great job, and I think the shot of the game was when Cam was able to knock down that three at the end of the shot clock from the top of the key. That right there, to me, said, we're not letting this go.
What's the biggest challenge after you have a big lead like that at halftime to keep the guys engaged for another 20 minutes?
All right, there's some human nature involved. Both sides. The team that's down, they're fighting for their lives and pride, and you're gonna play harder. And for the team that's up, it's hard to fight that human nature of just relax, we got this. I thought our guys did a great job of staying focused during halftime, which shows maturity, and I credit these two guys as our senior leaders of making sure that we stayed focused at halftime.
Brandon, what's your guys' philosophy for the three-point shot? I mean, it seems as you guys were hitting them in the first half, they had the green light for everything, but is that kind of the style you want to play at, or?
I'll go ahead and answer this one. There's a long answer to that, okay?
Hey, I have a 10:30 deadline, so.
Let's just say that I still believe that this is the best shooting team that I've ever had the privilege to coach, okay? And at the beginning of the year, it was space. We were playing with freedom, and we lost some games because of the three-point shot. And we had to adjust to how we were shooting the three, inside-out threes, and it was not easy. We got a team full of shooters. I thought we were going to be able to do that every 3 or 4 games. But they bought into what we were doing. In a nutshell, we fight for inside-out threes. Yeah. We do. And tonight we just got on a roll, and I mean, when they go in, you can shoot it from half court for all I care, as long as it goes in.
I like that. first NCAA tournament win since 2001 for this program. How big was it not only getting here, but getting that first win for this program?
Yeah, these guys don't know that. But
I did.
did you? It means a lot.
Yeah.
That was my senior year playing here.
Okay.
And we had a big overtime first round win over Seattle Pacific at Western Washington, who we had lost to both times. And to be able to get this win today for the first time since 2001 means a lot. It means not just to me, but there's a the alumni, the Wildcat family out there. It runs deep in Washington, and this means a lot to a lot of people.
I like that. Sambaed, Cameron, talk about, the three-point shot has developed so much in the last 10, 15 years. Talk about just the love of, that style of play, hitting threes left, right, and just, it's like video game style in that first half.
I was gonna say I'm gonna let Cam here go ahead and answer that.
So I would say my love for the three-point shot started, I always tell the guys I'm from North Carolina and a lot of good basketball out there. And my first love for the three-point shot started when Curry was at Davidson. Just the amount of energy and just the way it can break open a game, that's kind of what I fell in love with. And to be able to do that today, like I said earlier, I was just ecstatic.
What about you, Sambaed?
I just want to say, growing up, I haven't always been like a three-point shooter.
Okay.
Or a guy who, puts the ball on the floor and, will hit threes. But as the years have gone on and as I progressed as a basketball player, I kind of added a three-point shot into my arsenal. And my answer kind of goes hand in hand with Cam's answer in that the minute I see one go in, it's a good feeling. It's like real exhilarating. And so once you hit one, you just feel like you got to hit another one, and then you got to hit another one, and then you just feel like you're unguardable. And that kind of just opens up the whole game, because once you start hitting threes, teams have to, guys have to start inching and closer to you, and that kind of opens up the whole court. And you kind of like Coach Rinta said earlier, if you start shooting threes, if you start hitting them, if you're hitting them at a high percentage, the game swings in your favor. So.
You guys have Azusa Pacific tomorrow. We knocked off Cal State LA. How do you guys keep this momentum going through this weekend?
It's one game at a time. This is what's fun about the NCAA tournament, is you got to be able to come down from these emotional highs and refocus. Azusa Pacific's a really good, really big team. We played them earlier in the season, and they were down a few guys. Coming into this year, I thought that they were the preseason pick for the top team in the region. And unfortunately, in the middle of the summer, they lost their point guard, a very good player. And I just think it took them a little while to get their bearings. But they're a really good team. And it's going to be a completely different game than it was tonight. And so, thankfully we've played them, but we're going to have to refocus and adjust some things going into that game.
Perfect.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep.
Thank you guys.